Hi, others. You want to be good to others, but are you good to yourself? We all strive to be good people. We want to help others, be a good parent, a loving partner, a supportive friend, a nice neighbor, and a helping colleague. Our goal is to be good to others. And that's what we do. We even get acknowledgement for it. People thank you for being so generous to take care of them or help them out. But are we good to ourselves? I dare to say, mainly from my own experience, we aren't. Somehow that's so counteractive. Because what happens if we are not good to ourselves? We get cranky, nervous, angry, annoyed, or we even get sick. And then we lash out to the people around us, the people we try to be nice to. That makes us feel guilty and ashamed. Sounds familiar? It surely does to me. It's a spiral downwards, and not only is it destructive to the people around us, but mainly to ourselves. And you know what? It doesn't stop until we really feel what we want to do. I have always been a stay-at-home mom of 4, and I started to drink heavily to numb my deepest feelings of stress and unhappiness, especially the last years. Then I realized something had to change. The first thing I did was quitting my drinking. That was a big one. And because of all of that, my feelings came in really hard and there was no filter on them anymore. I thought quitting the booze would help me, but it was very hard to feel the stress and those emotions. I couldn't handle that very well, and I didn't regulate it either. So that got me a frozen shoulder. The hurt that it gave me was so bad that I promised myself that I would look for a better stress regulation when I get better. I needed to feel physically better to make a move on my mental health. On a dark day, somewhere in November last year, I sat down and I asked myself what I really wanted to do and how I could take care of myself in a more useful way. I knew I wanted to do something with art, but where do you start? And how? Until then, creativity and art was something I did in my spare time. It was something I did as a hobby or as a luxury, not a necessity for everyday's life. So I decided to make art. I thought to start with crochet. I first thought of crochet as I always loved doing that in the evenings. That's also the moment when I started my Instagram, hence the name I Not Yet. But crochet didn't do the trick for me. Even though I love doing it, I still wanted to find something that made a click, but had no idea whatsoever it could be. While I was scrolling on Instagram, I got into junk journals, and that was the beginning of this strange journey of painting. I seemed obsessed with it and could only think of going back to my atelier and make a mess. And then I started to feel better. I was a bit astonished about what happened and that it occurred in such a short time. So I tried to wind back in time to look at what I did in these months before, and that's when I realized that making art and allowing myself to do that every day as a moment of self-care and mindfulness, even as stillness, was the key in this. That was an eye-opener. And I started to read about art as a therapy and the healing powers of art. I gave myself space, time. I gave myself attention. And that's all I needed to start to feel better. Creativity / making art feels like the king in playing chess. It's the center of everything. It's about your dreams, stress relief, processing your feelings, love for yourself, time, learning, playing. When you allow yourself to do it without expectations, it gives you back everything. At one point, I find myself crying over the paper, and I was surprised by that emotion. But I realized this is what art does to me. It ticks all the boxes. That said, this is not a normal art channel. I try to show you what art and creativity does for me, to hopefully spark some inspiration within you. Please allow yourself to have a spark like that too. It doesn't have to be painting. It can be anything. Writing poems, drawing, pottery, anything will do. And please don't feel like you have to make great art. It's all about the process. It's about allowing yourself to make things. To move your hands in a loving way is key to this. So make ugly things, make a mess, be on yourself and enjoy all of it. Set aside those Van Gogh expectations and make a start. My art is what I made today. My art is all about doing and creating what I feel. I don't show the beauty, I show the process. And I'm still learning to ignore that inner critic that tries to keep me away from it. If you like my channel, please give me a follow, and you are always welcome to give me a thumbs up. And last, but definitely not least, I would like to thank everybody that is following me and to all the lovely comments I get on a regular basis. They keep me going and show you my videos like these. I also would like to encourage you to tell me what you would like to hear from me. Are there things you would like me to tell or show? Just tell me in the comments. Well, the last thing I want to say is be good to yourself and give yourselves the time you need for you. A big hug from me and bye bye for now.